Testing. Oh, I'm blue. I gotta fix this. I didn't know my camera. I should have tested the camera earlier. I'm blue. Oh my god, that is so. I gotta fix this one. Let's see. We're gonna do this live. Let's see how this goes. Default. Oops. Cancel. No, yeah, there we go. Made a little boo boo. Gonna do this live. Configure video. Default. No, we're sorry. You're gonna fix this video. Okay, no, maybe put that 0 in there. Yeah, put that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. Okay. Maybe I'll put that in the middle. Yeah, so. Okay, I think this is much better now. Alright. Okay, I think it's much better. I think it matches. I know the. Alright, so it is 12:12 a.m. May 17th. I was supposed to start 11:55, as I said on Instagram, but I've been very busy, and yeah, let me say hi to you. Okay, all right, so maybe I'll put this over here. All right, no. Oh well. Okay, so we got a lot to cover. Okay, and finally, the quality is much better compared to when I was in the hotel, which I will upload soon. So, all right. So let's get to it. Let's get to the COVID updates first. Does it appear? Does it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the first thing is New York City is getting very close to the high COVID level. And excuse me. Ooh, I fuego. There's fire in my stomach. Oh my goodness. It's unexpected because just a few minutes ago I didn't have that kind of issue. All right, so the COVID alert level is very close to getting to high, and the mayor still doesn't want to mandate masks. Okay, we're gonna have to get to that at some point. Okay, very important. Okay, so the parameters to get to the high level is it needs to hit at least 200 cases per 100,000, and hospitalizations have to hit at least 10 per 100,000. But as of 4 days ago, back in on Friday, May 13th, there were 281 per 55. Actually, you know what? Let me double check that. I think I probably had a typo. Oh no, it's 291. Sorry, I knew something was up. All right, just a little typo. 291.55 cases, and it's stable, at least from what I'm seeing here. Okay. In addition to that, so 9.8 hospitalizations per 100,000. Very close, very close. I think probably maybe this week, if things don't stabilize, we're gonna reach the high level. So what does this mean? You mask up in indoor public settings such as stores. That means you have to cover your mouth and your nose, Cover everything, everything. Okay, so, and those at high risk, so such as those over 65, those who are unvaccinated, those with weak immune systems, who are immunocompromised, those with comorbidities or pre-existing conditions that would make them a high risk of severe COVID, they're strongly encouraged to avoid crowds and non-essential gatherings. Also, in addition to that, most of the cases are from a subvariant of a subvariant. So it's Omicron subvariant BA2 and subvariant BA2.12.1. Because of all this, and with all the cases going up, Pfizer's booster could be approved this month for those ages 5 to 11 in order to attack this kind of wave that's happening again. And you know why the waves are happening again? Because every time things are going the right direction, we ease up on the restrictions, then it goes back up, and then we ease it again. When it goes down, it's like, it's a cycle. We need to beat it. So we need to keep the restrictions going even if the numbers are very low. Why? Because we don't want to have a cycle. How many lessons do we have to learn about this where, oh, everything's going to be fine. And then the cases go up. Oh, we got to do the restriction. And then the cases go down. Why do we need restrictions? The cases are already down. But then it goes up back. It drives me nuts. Okay. And also, if whoever attended my panels, for particularly those at CPAC and at PuchiCon, which I will do a review, PuchiCon PA. Thank you so much for coming to my panels. And also, I have to add an update. I just got an update a few hours, I think it was 4 hours ago, about this, about the travel guidance for domestic travelers, and a little bit with international. So, test as close to departure time as possible, no more than 3 days, and test after arrival if the trip had a high risk of exposure, such as not wearing a mask in a crowded place. Okay. This year, I'm flying to Vegas at around in July. I'm trying to check the dates here. So July 16th and 17th, I'm going to be in Las Vegas for a pharmacy conference. This will be the first time that I've been flown in 3 years. All right, so the last time I flew was before COVID. I don't know if they're actually going to enforce this. I hope they don't. I'm tired of the testing. But if I have to do it, I have to do it, right? But in this case, test as close to departure time as possible. So what should I do? I guess I have to test Saturday. I don't know. And so far, I haven't seen too much. I haven't seen the specifics for it, whether they're okay with a rapid test or if they're okay if they want a PCR test. So the confusion still goes. So this is just information I just got. All right. So, and when you arrive, you test after. Okay, so I said that you test after arrival if the trip had a high risk of exposure. So this is regardless of vaccination status. And for international travelers coming from the US, you have to have a negative test within 1 day of travel or proof of COVID recovery in previous 90 days. Those who are the children under the age of 2 do not need to test. In addition to that, get tested 3 to 5 days after arrival. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if people are actually doing this. Also, this non-US citizens need to be fully vaccinated if they want to come to the US. So that's non-US citizens. Those who are American citizens are exempt from that. So that's your COVID update. Okay, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about Puchi PA, a review. I give this a 9 out of 10. This one is, again, it's gonna be a summary, but when I post this on Instagram later this week, it'll be like a thesis. So this is just again, just a summary. This is a shorter version of it. So this one is actually, I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's so close. I was hoping it was going to be a 10 out of 10, but nope. No con is perfect. I said that very clearly. Excuse me. If you want to get a 10 out of 10, it's close to impossible. You have to work really hard. And it's the same the other way around. If you trying to aim for a 1 out of 10, you have to work really hard to suck. So I say, now the reason why I say 9 out of 10 is because, well, I'll explain. So before I do, it took place in the Camelback Resort in the Poconos. So it's, in this case, it's in Tannersville, Pennsylvania. But Poconos is a big area, so there's Mount Pocono, etc., and other places. Most of the panels and activities and all the other things were taking place in the Camelback Lodge. So that's where Aquatopia is. I'm going to show you the map for that. Actually, I'll show it right now. If I can find the map. Here it is. So, this is the map. Most of the activities are here. All right. There's also activities here, such as the Maid Cafe and a few game shows by Brian Sapinski. So the game shows I attended was the $25,000 pyramid. No one won $25,000, of course. And there was also Family Feud. I posted both of those on Instagram. So reason why I also showed this route is because I also ran and did cardio here. And I ran out of breath because I didn't realize we're actually on mountains. So, but I tried. I tried. This is the hotel I stayed, which is not part of the Camelback campus, so to speak. So, anyway, this is about roughly a 10-minute walk from here to here, and it's about, I'll round it up, 20 minutes from here to the entrance to the lodge. So, I did an experiment. Now, the shuttle, it goes from here, and then makes a few stops here, and then it goes here, and then it goes back. All right, but it doesn't show the stops. There are stop signs, but they don't have a map for it. All right, so Camel Beach is actually right over here. It's not open yet because at the time it's still cold. I think maybe right after Memorial Day. Who knows? I don't know if they're actually going to open that. So this is the outdoor water park, as well as a ski resort. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to this. So most activities were on the far right side, in the eastern part. Okay. So this one is a mini version of Colossal Con East. The difference is that Colossal Con East takes place at the Kalahari Resorts, which is also in the Poconos, but it's about, I believe, at least 5 miles north. Okay, that same bus that I've taken from Port Authority Bus Terminal to Camelback actually goes to Kalahari first, and then to Great Wolf Lodge and and then finally Camelback. I was a little pissed because Camelback's actually closer to New York City. I don't know why it didn't go there first. But this is Mart's bus, so they had to. The driver had to do his job. So I was on my way. So because I have a panel at 11 a.m. in the morning. So the bus trip was for the most part smooth. Okay, so I had a transfer from one Mart's bus to another. So the first one was from Port Authority to Stroudsburg, so around the Delaware Water Gap area. And then I had to take another bus that goes to the water park resorts in the Poconos. So it was me and 3 other people. I think it was a mom and 2 kids. And so they went to Kalahari first because they bought tickets for Kalahari. And after that, it was just me. And I was forcing the bus driver to go straight to Camelback. But he couldn't because he had to go to Great Wolf Lodge, whatever that is, first. Simply because I'm thinking maybe he's being tracked by GPS, so he had to follow the route. So I tried to tell him, you got to do this as fast as we can. We got to do this because I don't want to be late on doing my panel. I don't want to be late on doing my presentation on con survival. So when we arrived at Camelback, I was saying, yes, finally. And I told him, stop right over there, right at the entrance, because I need to get there. So I sped walked to the registration, tried to get the badge, and I said, I have to get ready for the panel. Oh my goodness, I gotta get ready for the panel. And I got the badges, and then I was like, where's the elevator? And I went straight to the elevator, and it was a good thing I saw Jennifer Perez's live stream tour of Camelback, because if I did not watch that, I would not know where my panel rooms would be. So I was able to get in, and I said, hey, I'm the panelist. I told the staff I'm the panelist. I need to set up. And, I was there, boom, done. But I didn't start until 11:15 because there weren't a lot of people. There were no lines. I guess people were still sleeping. It's a Saturday morning, I decided to start at 11:15, and I think only 2 to 5 people showed up to my panel, but I didn't care. I recorded it, and shout out to those who went to my panel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, even if it's just 2 to 5 people. And after one feedback that I got was that I should have spent a little bit more time on the panel. But the thing is, I was told to do the panel from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and I had to be within the time. So I ended 8 minutes late. The thing is, though, what Camelback did, I think, or I don't know if it was staff or something like that, they changed schedules a bit where they wanted to give about a 30-minute space, which is kind of big. Between, I like it when it's 15 minutes, but it was 30 minutes between panels or presentations, so to speak. So I'm like, okay, and I was surprised, but anyway, that's beside the point. I tried my best to finish on time. So there was also another panel that we went to, and the panelists did not show up for some reason. It was for cosplay and confidence, I believe. I actually uploaded to YouTube, and I think it should still be, as of today, it should still be there. That video. It was 2 cosplayers who were attendees, and they just did it impromptu, in an impromptu panel. Hi, DJ Nikki. Yay! Thanks for stopping by. Well, you didn't miss much. I did my COVID stuff. Yeah. Yes, I don't know how you can do two streams at the same time. I'm probably going to raid that stream, but we'll see. Okay, I didn't finish yet. Nice. Nice. Okay, so it's 9:32, I think, in the West Coast, so you should be okay. All right. I think I have about 30 minutes left because I need to give myself some sleep here. Okay. So I wasn't able to do a stream yesterday because I came home late and I was tired. So so I did a stream on for Monday. Okay. All right. So you get to see what you get to see my review for PuchiCon. So look at this. This is actually in the venue in Camelback. This is an indoor water park. So what you'll see here is this is like a surf pool, whatever that is. It's called Flow Rider, named after a rapper, I think. And then the one that got me was actually this. This is the Oasis. This is actually seats, and this is a bar, and there's bartenders there, and you can actually swim or walk to the seats. Look at this person. This person is just lying down there. I hope that person's not drunk. So take a look at that. I'm not a water park person, so I didn't go there. But the Friday night pre-party actually took place there. Oh, yeah, there we go. It took place over there. So now we get to the good. So, as I said, it's a great venue with lots of amenities. There's a water park, a water bar, there's a gaming area that's similar to Dave and Buster's. Okay. And actually, you know what? That's I have to go back to this. Sorry. Hey, little quirky lemon, thank you so much for stopping by. What's that emote doing there? You know, I went over. I went too fast, so I had to go over what the con consisted of, and I went crazy. So anyway, so dealer's room and artist alley is one room separated by autographs. So I will show you that in a bit. Leaving the lurky turkey while I'm streaming. Hey, I gotta watch the video like once I finish. Okay, so yes. Hola, missing Shelby. ¿Cómo estás? Okay. ¿Cómo estuvo su transmisión? How's your stream? Okay. I sent both of you the videos. So I actually recorded a clip, a longer clip, that showed my two mods trying to reenact my ending. That is so cute. Anyway, I'm going off topic here a bit, but again, this is a mini version of Colossal Con East. So dealer's room and artist alley is one room separated by autographs. There's panels, myself included. I did the panels and performances. I went to the masquerade. I may post the videos on Instagram. There's a cosplay contest. Masquerade was also a contest. There was a gaming tournament. I didn't see that one. There were games such as arcades, video games, tabletop. There's even a laser tag. Okay, there's one arcade game area that's similar to Dave and Buster's where you get tickets and then you buy stuff based on the tickets. There was a dance in the rave, and then as I said, there was a water park and even a water bar. Okay, got that out of the way. So, as I said, great venue with lots of amenities, which I've talked about. There's a lot of activities as well, which I also talk about. There's also even karaoke as well. There's also a panel for drawing that's over here. I'm going to show you. This is the mascot. The mascot's actually the daughter of the person who founded PuchiCon. So anyway, that's the drawing version of the founder. Okay, so lots of activities. So they did karaoke, lots of gaming, like two kinds of gaming. The one that's by Camelback and the other one provided by the con. So I talked about the panels. I went to two game shows, and I met a few voice actors and actresses. The most notable one was Erica Harlacher, who's a voice actress for Shinobu Kocho from Demon Slayer, and the other one was Jared. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Jared Green. I think Jared. It was Jared Green, and he voices Shinso. So I'm gonna post the pictures on Instagram. All right, this is the laser tag here. So I didn't get a chance to do that because I was doing the panels and all that. All right, so okay, here's the bad. All right, you'd be asking yourself, you give it a 9 out of 10. Why do you have that many bads? A lot of them is actually not the con's fault. It's not Puchi con's fault. It's really with Camelback. So first thing, as I said, horrible public transit accessibility. There's only one bus company that goes from Port Authority Bus Terminal in Manhattan to Camelback. Also with Kalahari as well. And it doesn't run very often. I think it only runs, what, 1 to 3 buses, round trip, which is ridiculous. Should be more. Should be like really early ones, and then there should be really late ones as well, because we want to make the most out of the con. Now, on Sunday, the latest bus to leave Camelback was about around 11:40 in the morning. Basically, you just wasted a Sunday if you wanted to take that bus. Thank goodness for another mod, Triforce Delgizi. So he's my friend in real life. So and he's also staff, and he also did a panel as well on cosplay management. So he's an expert on that. So he drove me to Secaucus Station. I took the train and I went home. And there were issues with the train as well, but that's something different because that has nothing to do with the con. Okay, there should be a map of the shuttle bus route that runs between here and here, even though it looks simple because the bus runs from here. There's a bus stop here and there's a bus stop somewhere here, but they have to make a map out of this. All right, and then there's a stop right over here as well. But again, they have to do a map, and I think they should try to serve this area as well, because that's where I stayed. Even if I take the bus from here, the farthest it'll go is here, and I still have to walk another 10 minutes. So, but I'll explain even more issues with that. So, the next thing is that Artist Alley and Dealer's Room are not big enough since there's not enough room to move around. And I'm going to show you. This is the combination. So Dealer's Room and Artist Alley, lots of people. If you're going to expect a lot of people to show up to Artist Alley and Dealer's Room, not only you have to make Artist Alley and Dealer's Room much bigger, but you also have to make the corridors or those hallways wider in order to accommodate the crowds. I know you can only go so wide, because there's a lot of people. There's only so much. There's a lot of people going on, and there's also cons like Anime Expo, near Comic Con, Anime NYC, where they can go as wide as they can, but there's nothing they could do because there's a lot of people. I get it, but at least try to add more space for safety reasons too, so their cosplays don't get damaged. You don't get hit by anything. You don't go to shoving and all that stuff. It's we have to make sure there's enough wiggle room so people are able to move around a little bit more freely. So dealer. I think this is artist alley on this side, and this side is dealer's room, and this is the autograph section here. So it's two tables. So one table with people here, and another table with people over there, with the voice actresses there. Okay, so I don't have this, but the maps only show the entire property, which is fine. But we also need maps for the buildings themselves. Okay, we need maps. So I'm gonna show you here if I can find it. Oh, there it is. So they have a map, their own map, not this one because this is Google Maps, but there's a Camelback version of a map, and it showed both, like this whole thing here. But it doesn't show the map specifically inside for this area, and it doesn't show the map for this area. And even though I was able to manage without seeing a map for each of these two buildings, I think it would be very helpful for a Camelback to put these kinds of maps of each of these over here. Okay, so the next thing is all the drinking fountains are not working. That pisses me off. Okay, hydration is very important, especially since you're going to be moving around a lot. And if you're in cosplay, most people who cosplay sweat. If you're unless if you're Grateful Buster, you know, from Fairy Tale. If you're doing the shirtless version. So, but even those who cosplay and they have one layer of that outfit, they sweat. I sweat in all my cosplays. Oh my goodness! So you have to do the deodorant part too. So, you know, because of the sweating, you get dehydrated, and because you're moving around a lot and you're doing your cardio, you get dehydrated. So, very, very important to have working drinking fountains. Okay? I tried doing my total, as Giyu on Saturday, I tried doing my total concentration and my water breathing. It didn't work because someone cut off the water. Okay. Other thing is lack of lighting along the roads at night. So, again, let's do the map. So, there's lighting, like some lighting over here, little bit of lighting over here, barely any lighting over here, no lighting over here. There's no lighting even in this area as well. Okay, I don't have pictures of it because all you see is black. There's some lighting over here. There's a lighting on the sign here. Barely any lighting. There's no street lights. So I don't know how these shuttle bus people, the shuttle bus drivers are able to navigate this. So during the night, I just said, you know what? I'm taking the shuttle just to be safe. But even that, I still had to go through the dark, and I actually had to use the flashlight on my phone, particularly in this area. Okay. So the next thing also is that despite having food areas available, some were not open, such as the Valley View at the Mountain Lodge. So there's a panel room next to it, and then there is one where it's a dining area, but no food was served. Actually, there was no staffing. Like the concession areas were closed, and I think that should be open. Okay, more food areas available, the better. Okay, and then there's a big dining area near the gift shop in Aquatopia on the other building. So that one is closed. That looked like kind of a buffet, but I'm gonna show you. This is the photo shoot. The photo shoot actually took place in one of the closed restaurants. So that's me as Giyu over here. So this is one reenactment where I almost sliced Nezuko's neck off, and then the other part where I tried protecting the two. Those are like the two different relationships. So I love the picture. Okay. Next thing is for the food and drink that are available for the areas where you're able to buy food and drink, they're expensive. Look at this. So a Cobb salad is $12. This is the size. See, this is a regular sized egg. So you can actually use that as a reference. So $12 is pretty small. I mean, no, $12 is expensive for this kind of food portion. You know, in a halal truck in New York City for a chicken and rice platter. I think though they raised the prices already, but I can get that for $5, $6, or $7, and the portions are much bigger and it's more affordable. Look, Caesar salad here again, a little bit cheaper, but not that filling. This is a wrap. This is a vegan chicken wrap, and this one is $10. See how small the portions are? Look at this. Pasta pesto. Even smaller portions. $10. You gotta be kidding me. I guess it's inflation. Who knows? Also, the gas prices, it was I think it was $4.85, I think, in that area. So maybe it had an effect. Who knows? It's very likely. Wow. Okay. So the next thing is also the pool closed at 9 p.m., which is too early. On Friday, it closed at 12 a.m. So closed later because there's a pre-party. But that's also very early. I don't understand what's going on. So also, I've noticed that, you know, things close at basically all the events, they close at 12 a.m. because I had one panel that I attended. It was an 18 plus or 21 plus. I don't know which one. It was a 21 plus panel, and they were slowly kicking us out and said, "Good night, see ya." All right, so I forgot to show you something. I'm gonna show you that this is the shuttle bus. So another complaint I got from a friend of mine, he said to me that he had to wait 30 minutes for a bus simply because in some areas there was a lot of people and that bus cannot handle large amounts of people. So he had to wait for a couple maybe another. He had to let one bus go by or two before he was able to get on. For me, now I was informed that the bus runs every 10 to 15 minutes. I don't remember waiting that long, which is I've been so lucky. But they were very useful and they were time saving too because it's like 3 minutes between, at most 3 minutes between here and here. So now, if I do have to say, even though I post the maps a lot with Camelback and I talk about it quite a bit, I hope you know you're prepared and you know what to do when you do get to Camelback. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what's my verdict? All right. My verdict is I had a great time. It's not perfect. I strongly recommend this for those who want the not only want the con experience, but also more stuff like the water parks. If you're one of those who love these adventure kind of things, who love to do a lot of activities, this is the con for you. Okay, this con may not be for you if you're not that kind of person if you don't know how to drive. Okay, because it's not in an urban area, so to speak. It's almost in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, it's a little bit harder to get to the con, but I was able to do it. But I mean, overall, I would recommend it big time. There is another one called Puchi in Teaneck, so that's much closer. It's the size is smaller, so you know that could be that could be an alternative for some people who don't want to deal with the traveling, especially if you're coming from the New York City area. So anyway, I will take a break. I will be right back. After this break, we're doing the rail report. I'll see you in a bit. All right. Okay. Testing. All right. So I gotta remove this here. There we go. We're back. Okay. So I was supposed to do this on Sunday night, but I was tired. I posted it earlier Monday morning for this one, but all you see is just text. But this one, I'm gonna give you the pictures and I'm gonna explain it for these lines. Okay, this is ongoing. The first thing is with the Spring Valley branch, a Pascack Valley line rather. Okay, so if just as a reminder, from Monday through Friday, so 8:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's no New Jersey Transit bus between, and I'm gonna actually zoom out a little bit, between Secaucus and Spring Valley. So you're gonna be using buses, and it's pretty complicated. So in case if you forget, local bus runs between Secaucus over here and New Bridge Landing. And then there's an express bus that goes the entire route. So it stops at all the stops, but it goes express between New Bridge Landing and Secaucus Junction. Again, that's where you take that local bus. And then buses for train 1622 that leaves 8:50 a.m. from Spring Valley. There are 3 buses. So it goes from Spring Valley to Pearl River over here. So this small section. And then as it goes express to Secaucus. Then there's another one that goes from Montvale to New Bridge Landing. Then it goes express. And then there's one that goes from between New Bridge Landing and New Bridge Landing and Secaucus. So that one doesn't change. All right, so between Westwood and Essex, you can also use an alternative, bus 165. So that runs between Westwood and Port Authority Bus Terminal. Next thing is, this is also ongoing. So the PATH trains skip 9th Street and 23rd Street from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So those are your ongoing. The next thing is for the Long Island Railroad, 8:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. So Long Island Railroad runs every 2 hours between Babylon and Patchogue. Right over here. Okay, Babylon and Patchogue. Runs every 2 hours. And there is supplemental bus service as well between these 2 stations. So use buses if needed. Next thing, and for the subways, it gets a little messy because there's some of them where it doesn't take up the entire week. Oh Lord, they really, really, really want to mess with me. Okay, from May 16th to 19th, 10:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Southbound 2 train is express between 241st Street and Gun Hill Road. So skip these 4 stations here. Southbound. Next thing is from May 17th to the 20th, 9:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So this one is still continuing. Southbound N train is express between Astoria Boulevard and Queensboro Plaza. While that's going on, the W train, instead of going to Astoria, will go to the Upper East Side to 96th Street following the Q train. Next thing is from May 17th to 20th, 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. So this one is except Thursday, except May 19th. Westbound 7 train is express between Metz Willets Point and 74th Street Broadway, but it'll stop at Junction Boulevard. Next thing is, this one will go for a while, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Northbound F will skip Avenue U. Next thing, we go to the L train. So L train splits at Broadway Junction from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's from May 17th to the 20th. That's your daytime. Nighttime. Monday through Wednesday. So this is the 16th to the 18th. Southbound 1, 2, and 3 trains is local south of 34th Street. So all these trains will be going 1, 2, and 3 trains will go local. Wednesday through Friday, the 3 train does not stop at does not end rather at Times Square 42nd Street. The 3 train will run its regular route between 148th Street all the way to New Lots Avenue. I'll explain later what's going on with the 4 train. Alright? So, the next thing is on Monday and Tuesday, so the 16th and 17th, southbound 4 and 6 trains local between 42nd Street and Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. The next thing is that there's northbound A, C, and D trains. Over here, they're gonna go local between 59th Street and 125th Street. Continuing onwards, northbound D Trains express between 145th Street and Tremont Avenue. So it's gonna go express over here. It may slow down somewhere in this area. Usually when I see this happen, there could be a slowdown. Okay, Monday through Wednesday, 9:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we're gonna go to the Queens Boulevard line, and westbound E, F, and R trains express between 71st Avenue and Roosevelt. I just got information that it's only Monday and Tuesday for the R train. Okay. Now, next thing is southbound F train is via the E train between Roosevelt Avenue and Rockefeller Center. So it's gonna go here. It's gonna go to Queens Plaza. Then it's gonna go to Court Square, Lexington, like the old F train before the V train came out. You know? If you remember years ago, F train and E train used to always go together, but at the time there was no connection here. Okay, so also Tuesday through Friday, so 17th to the 20th, there is no G train north of Bedford Nostrand. So the bus runs between Bedford Nostrand and Court Square. Okay, and the next thing, we're gonna stick to this area. There is no J train west of, actually we're gonna go here. There's no J train west of Essex Street. So this section is cut off. And what you'll need to do is you'll take the F train to the 6, and then what you'll do is you take the 6 along these lines, because it basically parallels the J in this area. Also, there's M train service starts going from Myrtle Avenue, Broadway, and Metropolitan Avenue pretty early. Okay, so it's gonna run as a shuttle only. Next thing, 10:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. So Wednesday through Friday, there is no 4 train south of Brooklyn Bridge. So you have to take you're gonna have to use the 3 train. How are you gonna do that? What you're gonna do is what you can do is you can actually since it's gonna go local, you go on Canal Street, take the Q, take the N or R, and then you can transfer and go from there. That's just one suggestion. Okay, next thing is Monday through Wednesday. Oh, by the way, Wednesday and Thursday, 10:30 p.m. to 5 a.m., 4 and 6 trains are local in Manhattan. So making all stops. So next thing is 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m., 4 train splits at 125th Street. Also, southbound 4 train skips 138th Street, Grand Concourse. Let's go to the Q. The Q train splits. Oh, wait. Wait, no. I made a little boo-boo. You know how I am with details. Okay, so. Whoa. it work now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go. So anyway, the Q train splits at Atlantic Avenue. So this Q train here is actually going to go this way. This Q train here will stop here. So this section is taken out, and you got to transfer through here. Next thing is this one's another headache, and this one is there's no R trains, 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. However, you're going to be this section is replaced by the bus between 59th Street and 95th Street, under 4th Avenue in Brooklyn, because there are a few 59th Street stations out there, but I want to be specific. And then the northbound, you just take the N train to take care of all the rest of the stations. Okay. Also, this is starting right now. Lastly, this is only for May 17th, 12:45 a.m. to 5 a.m. There's no 7 train west of Queensboro Plaza. And you know what? I think they're going to do this over and over again, so might as well be prepared. They may do it on nighttime or the weekends. Weekends even more annoying. So if you already know, if you take this 7 train out, you're going to get a shuttle bus going here from Queensboro Plaza to Vernon Jackson, and another one between 42nd Street and Hudson Yards. Then the S train is running. But in this case, the S train will be running 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. All right, and that's the summaries. And I went way past the time, but it's okay because I've actually went backwards in terms of affiliation because I got sick. But I still have to work on this camera here. So let's see. The reason why it looks so blue is because I had to adjust on the camera when I was doing the stream at the hotel, when I was going like. The reason why I went like that is because the stream rate, the frame rate rather, was much lower. So yeah. Okay. Oh no. Can I do? No, that doesn't work here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it as exact as possible because it doesn't look as exact as I want it in terms of the colors. I'm a little pissed about it. Oh boy. Oh wait. No, wait. I think this is fine. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. So I think I'll leave it like this. I just like things to be exact in terms of the colors and everything. Okay. So that's it. Thank you again so much for dropping by, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna start rating here. I'm gonna raid Senor Shelby. I'm gonna raid my mod. Oh wait, no, I made a boo boo. I spelled wrong. I spelled it wrong. There we go. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. I'm trying my best here. Okay, I'm recovering, but I'm doing much better. And in the words of DJ Nicky Zem, hope you all have a great day. And please stay healthy and safe. Y en las palabras de Doctora Ana María Polo, he dicho, ¡pum! Transmisión cerrada. Bye bye. Peace. Adiós. Que tengan una buena noche.